Good morning, dear cadets. So we are in the IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compound. So in the last video, most of the part I have completed. There are some typical examples. So the means such type of coordination compounds are also given in NCERT book. Especially the first example they have given. Means don't think that they are the separate coordination compound. They are the same coordination compound. This one, and this one and this one. Okay. Now try to understand how to name such type of compound. So if such type of compounds are there, so they are known as double nuclear coordination compound. Double nuclear. Mononuclear means where only one central metal atom is there or ion is there. Here just see, in this coordination compound one central metal atom, here another one is there. So if such type of compounds are there, so just see which is written first, that is known as cationic part. Cationic part. And the second one is known as anionic part. Anionic part. Okay, don't get confused, they are also easy, don't worry, we'll calculate. Similarly here this is cationic part, this is anionic part, this is cationic part, this is anionic part, this is also cationic, this is anionic part. Okay, now just see, the first you have segregated which is cationic part, which is anionic part. Okay, now try to understand, if you calculate their oxidation number of this silver. Okay, so this is the neutral ligand, this is neutral ligand. So now what is the charge, it means what is the oxidation number of silver will come here? 0. What about the oxidation number of this one? This. Now just see, if you calculate as such, then what would be there? What would be the coordination number of this silver? It will come 2. So this is 2 positive. This is 2 positive. Okay, now do one thing. Now it is not good that one silver is having 2 positive charge, another silver is having 0 positive charge, 0 charge. So you do one thing, 0 plus 2, 0 for this one, 2 for this one. How many silver ion is there? 2 divided by 2, so 1. So each silver oxidation state will come 1 while naming this chemical compound, and for naming same rule is there. Now don't indicate here 2 positive, don't indicate here 0. This is for your understanding. Okay, now name same way, just see what would be the name of this one. First one is diamine. Diamine. Okay, silver first. Now both silver has got oxidation number 1 only. Then what is there? This is anionic part. In anionic part 8 word must be added to the name of central metal atom. So diamine silver first, and this is anionic part. So again dicyano argentate first. Over, name is over. Just what we did here, the oxidation state should be equally distributed. It may become unequally, but you have to distribute equally. Okay, now same is the case with here also. Just see here, this is P by means pyridine. P by means pyridine. This is neutral ligand. What is the formula? C5H5N, pyridine. Okay, so just see here, this is neutral ligand, its oxidation state will be 0. What about its oxidation state? 4. So just see here, 0 plus 4, how many platinum is there? 2. So 2, so that is equal to 2. Means each case both platinum will have plus 2 oxidation state. Now name it. Now tetrapyridinium. What is this one? Tetrapyridine, not pyridinium. IUM is there when it is positively charged ligand. So tetrapyridine, tetrapyridine, just see, tetrapyridine, platinum, what is the oxidation state? 2. Then this one, chloro or chlorido, again platinum, second. Okay, no problem. Remaining rule is same only oxidation state is the matter here. Now just check here, this is also cationic part. Okay, what about this one? This is anionic part. Okay, now try to understand here. Unlike these two cases where both part was having same central metal atom or ion, here what is there? One is cobalt, other is chromium. Here also one is zinc, other is chromium. This is chromium, this is zinc. What is there? Central metal atom is different. So don't worry, just see. Generally we know cobalt oxidation state is +3. So just you segregate this one. This is cationic part. So here what would be there? Here 2. Now here if we put here single positive charge, now here 3 negative charge. Okay, now just calculate here. Oxidation state of cobalt will come here 3, and here also oxidation state of chromium will come 3. Don't worry, just see. So now you can name it now. Just see, apply here alphabetical order. So alphabetical order of their name. So this is tetraamine. What is this one? tetraamine, double M, tetraamine. Then dichloro, cobalt, third, and here what is there? hexacyano, chromium. Now this time hexacyano-chromate, because this is anionic part. Chromate, third. Oxidation state is third only. You can check. Okay, so I don't think any problem is there. Chromate, no problem. Same way we can do here also. Here you will have 2 positive charge, then only chromium will be 3, and here single negative charge. Now just see here, what is the oxidation state of chromium here? 3 positive. Here zinc will have 2 negative. Okay, now just see, write down their name. So this is pentaamine, then isothiocyanate, negatively charged ligand, this one. Okay, chromium, third, then tetrachloro, zincate, second. Okay, this is cationic part, and this is anionic part. So in anionic part 8 word must be added. Okay, so just see, bit they are difficult, otherwise they are not difficult. Now already I told you how to distribute their oxidation number. In this way you can do it. Okay, so I hope that you have got it. Only one example is given in NCERT book, this first one example. So don't worry, just this is unique in your syllabus. Basically mononuclear coordination compound is given. Dinuclear coordination compound is not given. In NCERT book one has been given, that is why I told this one also. Okay. Dear cadets, such type of compounds are also there. Okay, so just see here, remaining rule is same only one extra addition is there. Just focus on here and here. These two are here also, these two, they are means connecting this one and this one coordination compound. Similarly, these two are connecting this one and this one compound. Am I correct or not? Just check this one. That is why they are known as bridging ligand. What is the name of them? This one and this one, and these two are known as bridging ligand. What is this one? Bridging ligand, because they bridge between two coordination compound. Okay, so since they have bridged this one and this one, this one and this one, so they become now one chemical compound. In remaining rule is same, there is no problem at all. Just see, here nitrate ion, here sulfate ion is present. So what kind of complex they are? Definitely they will be the positively charged complex. So whatever rule is applied for naming a positively charged complex, same rule will be applied here also. Now you can calculate their oxidation state also. Oxidation state of this one, cobalt. Okay, so NH2, yes. Now yes, if you calculate the oxidation state of cobalt here, so just see how many cobalt is there. Do the exercise here. 4 0, this is neutral ligand 0, plus X plus NH2 is single negative, so 1 minus 1 plus NO2 single negative, 1 minus 1. Okay, plus again X for this one, plus 4 0 plus nitrate. How many nitrate is there? 4 nitrate. Per nitrate equal to minus 1 equal to 0. So it would be X minus 1 plus X minus 4. Okay, equal to 0. So we can write this one, 2X equal to minus 6. So equal to 0. 2X equal to 2X, एक मिनट, just see, 2X minus 6 equal to 0. Correct? So 2X equal to 6. So X equal to 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. Means each cobalt will have 3 positive oxidation state. Now this is the first thing. Second one thing, when you are naming them, mu word should be added. Mu amido, mu nitrito N. Just see, I will name it. First start from here. Tetraamine, cobalt, third. Okay, then mu, this is mu amido, then mu nitrito N. Okay, because N is the binding site here. Then again what should be there? tetraamine, cobalt third, nitrate. Okay, now this is the 4, but number should not be mentioned. Already we have, means ions which are present in the ionization sphere, their number should not be mentioned. Okay, Same is the case with second one also. Here what is there? Here different kind of bridging ligand was there. Amido and nitrito. Here what is there? Hydroxo. So dihydroxo, because two are there, mu dihydroxo. Process is same only. First you calculate the oxidation number of iron. 3 only will come. If you want to calculate, you can calculate. Just see. 4 0 plus X for iron plus 2 minus 1. OH equal to minus 1 plus again X plus 4 0. Aqua is a neutral ligand. Then plus 2 minus 2. Sulfate equal to minus 2 equal to 0. So here what is there? X minus 2 plus X minus 4 equal to 0. So 2x minus 6 equal to 0. So x equal to 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. So iron will be 3 only, oxidation state. Now start naming. What is there? Tetra aqua. Tetra aqua. Double A. Tetra aqua. Okay. Tetra aqua. Just a minute. Tetra aqua iron third, then mu dihydroxo, then next one is tetra aqua iron third sulfate. Okay, so remaining rule is same only. So just they are easy only, no problem at all. Only two thing is there. First you calculate the oxidation number of both central metal atom or ion, and mu word should be added before the name of bridging ligand. So in this way IUPAC nomenclature is completely completed. Now here what was there? Formula was given. You have to write their IUPAC name. Vice versa is also possible. Suppose they have given the IUPAC name and they are telling calculate the or write the formula of that coordination compound. Means two kinds of question. Number one, write the IUPAC name of following coordination compound. IUPAC name. Second question is write the formula of following coordination compound. So just rule was there to name the coordination compound. Similarly, rule is there to write the formula of coordination compound. Okay. So rest every rule is same only. Only one thing is different. Just see. When you were naming IUPAC name of coordination compound, how you have named the ligand? On the basis of alphabetical order of their name. But while arranging the ligands inside the coordination sphere, while writing the formula, alphabetical order of their first symbol of formula should be taken into consideration. Rest every rule is same. Okay, don't worry. Now suppose you are not getting, so what is there? I will write the set of rule. Remaining rule there is no much difficulty. Only just you remember, while naming the coordination compound, we are taking the alphabetical order of name of ligand. Alphabetical order of name of ligand. But while writing the formula, we are taking the alphabetical order of their first letter symbol. First symbol of their formula. First symbol of their formula. Like just see, try to understand. This is H2O. This is NH3. So what is the first symbol of this formula? H. What is the first symbol of this formula? N. Okay. So while writing the formula of coordination compound, as far as ligands are concerned, we should take the alphabetical order of first letter of their formula. Okay, I will write the set of rules also, don't worry. So now dear cadets, IUPAC rule for writing formulae of coordination compound. So far what I discussed, rules for naming the coordination compound. IUPAC name of coordination compound. Here IUPAC rule for writing formula of coordination compound or formulae of coordination compound. So just see, here there are so many rules, okay, but you should remember rule number 3rd, rule number 4th and rule number 5th. These two rules you know. Positively charged ion should be written left hand side of ionization sphere, while negatively charged ligand ion should be written in right hand side of ionization sphere. You know this one, okay. Inside the square bracket central metal atom ion and ligand should be written, okay. Everybody knows this one. Now while IUPAC nomenclature we discussed all those things, but this rule is the most important. Just remember this one, okay. There are so many rules, subsequently I will tell, but you just remember 3rd, 4th and 5th, okay. Rules for arranging the ligand inside the coordination sphere. This is only different from naming of coordination compound, okay. Just see, there what was the rule? Ligand should be named as per the alphabetical order of their name. Here ligand should be arranged inside the square bracket or coordination sphere according to alphabetical order of first symbol of their formula. Ligands are arranged inside the coordination sphere according to alphabetical order of first symbol of their formula. Just see, this is H2O. What is the first symbol of its formula? H. NH3, what is the first symbol? N. Cl, what is the first symbol? C. Br, what is the first symbol? B, okay. So now suppose one coordination compound is there, okay. In their name all these ligands are arranged. So alphabetically, according to the alphabetical order of first symbol of their ligand, which should be arranged first soon after the central metal atom? B, Br, then Cl, C, then H2O, then NH3. Are you getting my point or not? Means ligand should be arranged inside the square bracket or coordination sphere according to alphabetical order of their first symbol of formula. Means this is the formula, that is their first symbol. Remember this one. Over this one. Now next rule, if the number of defining atoms are same, then the subsequent atom symbol will decide the sequence. Like just see, NH3 and NO2. Here defining atom is N and N only. This is only the first symbol. So both have got the same defining atom. Then see the subsequent atom. If they are same, just see here N and both are same. So subsequent atom is here H and here O. So alphabetically who is coming first? H is coming first. So NH3 precedes NO2, okay, no problem. Now just see here, 5th rule. If the defining atom is same, like just see here, N2 and NH3, defining atom is same, but number is unequal. Just see, here defining atom nitrogen is 2, here in NH3 defining atom nitrogen is 1. Then ligand containing fewer such atom should be sequenced first, okay. And now just see, try to understand. In 4th rule what was there? Defining atom was same and their number was also same. But here what is there? Defining atom is same but their number is unequal. In N2 2 nitrogen is there, 2 N is there, but in NH3 only 1 N is there. So the ligand which contain fewer such atom, that should precedes. So just see, here 2N atom, here 1N atom. So NH3 precedes N2 while arranging the ligand inside the coordination sphere, okay. Just now remaining rule is very simple. Suppose abbreviation ligands are there, like ethylene diamine. What is the abbreviation of that one? EN. So E should be taken into consideration while deciding their, actually their formula. What is their formula? Formula is NH2, CH2, CH2, NH2. But in case of abbreviation ligand, the short form, first letter of their short form should be taken into consideration while deciding the sequence of ligand. Similarly, in any coordination compound, total number of positive and negative charge should be equal. Total number of positive and negative charge should be equal. That is also rule. But all those rules is irrespective. Now these are the rules. So just you remember third, fourth and fifth. Now if rule is clear, now suppose rule is not clear. Okay. So now I am going to give you some examples. Then all those rules will be cleared. So just to see 6 rule also I wrote. For ligands expressed by abbreviation, their first letter of their abbreviation, okay, first letter of their abbreviation should be taken for deciding the sequence rather than their first symbol of formula. Just see, ethylene diamine, what is the abbreviation? EN. So E should be taken. Pyridine, PY, so their P should be taken. Actually the formula of pyridine is C5H5N, so C should not be taken. Abbreviation should be taken into consideration. Okay, similarly ethylene diamine formula is this one, NH2, CH2, CH2 and NH2. Okay, so here also what is there? The first, now which is the first letter of their formula? There are various ways to express this compound. We can write in this way also, CH2 NH2 CH2 NH2. We can write in this way. So it is very difficult to decide which one is the first letter of their formula. That is why scientists told that just first letter of their abbreviation should be taken into consideration. Okay, so in this way all rules are over. Now see the practice part. Now just see, dear cadet, these are the names of IUPAC name of coordination compound: tetraamine, aqua, chloro, cobalt, third, chloride. Okay, so just try to understand. First, while seeing the IUPAC name, you should decide what kind of coordination compound this one. This is anionic complex compound or cationic complex compound. So just see, chloride is written soon after this one. It means this is cationic type of complex. Okay, so put here a square bracket. Okay, square bracket. Write down here Cl. Okay, now just see. Wherever oxidation state is written, that is only central metal atom. So the cobalt. Okay. Now ligand, that is the only the crucial part. So just see how many ligands are there. One is NH3, another one is H2O, another one is Cl. So just see which is the first symbol of this one. First symbol of this one is N, first symbol of this one is H, first symbol of this one is Cl. Okay, so first what is the means a rule for deciding the sequence of ligand inside the square bracket? First symbol of their formula according to alphabetical order of first symbol of their formula. So alphabetically who is coming first? C is coming first. So after cobalt who would be there here? Cl. Then who would be there? H2O. Okay, H2O. Then who would be there? NH3. Here 5. Okay, correct? Arrange. Now try to understand. Total number of positive and negative charge should be equal. Total number of positive. Just check again. Tetraamine. Actually this is 4. Sorry. Tetraamine 4. Okay. So tetraamine, aqua, chloro, cobalt, third, chloride. Okay. So now still it is not correct. Just see. Check. Now here 3 is the oxidation number of cobalt. So 3 positive charge, minus 1 chlorine. Now these two are negatively charged ligand. Sorry, neutral ligand. So that is 0, 0. Okay. So plus 3 is there, minus 1 is there. And this one is also minus 1. It means what is there? Positive charge is 3, but negative charge is -2 means somewhere what is there, somewhere missing is there. So what it should be, just see here what should be the number. If we write here 2, so this will also be 2, so the -1 -2 that is -3 and +3. Now it is correct. Now one more way is there to know the number of ions present in the ionization sphere. Now you know the oxidation state of this one, cobalt 3, so +3. Now -1 for chlorine, plus here plus -1, +0 +0 plus x, this is x, that is equal to 0. So just see +3 -1 +3 -1 plus x equal to 0. So x equal to what is there, 2. So here you can write 2 both way. This is up to you which total number of positive and negative charge should be equal in any of the coordination compound. Now this is over. Any problem now? No problem. Now let us do the second one. Second one is dichloro bis ethane 1,2-diamine cobalt third ion. This is third ion. What they are telling? Third ion. So just see here. First you do one thing, square bracket. Yes. Now this is third ion, means here charge will be there. What would be the charge? That also will do, don't worry. First you write here cobalt. Okay, cobalt is there. Now how many ligands are there? Chloro is there and En is there, ethane 1,2-diamine. So chloro defining atom is C and ethane 1,2-diamine En, they are defined. This is abbreviation ligand. So E is there. Who should come first? Cl should come, dichloro. So here write Cl2 dot. Now En, here just write En, bracket close. Okay, over. Now just see here. Total number of positive and negative charge should be equal. Now just see here. What is the oxidation state of cobalt here? Third they have given. Now see, cobalt +3. Now chlorine -2. Okay. So now try to understand here. Now one more charge should be there. Then only total number of positive and negative charge should be equal. Now this is neutral ligand En. Their charge is 0. So what it should be here? What it should be here? Just see. If we write here +1, then what would be there? Now it is balanced now. You can check. It is balanced. That is why it is a cobalt third ion. That charge can also be calculated. Just see how you can calculate the charge. Just very simple it. Let us, its oxidation state is X. X +2 -1. Now +0. That is equal to +1. Okay. So X -2 equal to +1. So x equal to what is there? +3. X equal to +3 or not? Just check here. So the +1 charge would be there. Okay. Now charge can also be calculated. There is one more thing. Here what should be there? This is written. That is why it is whole twice. Over. This is also over. Next one is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third one. Just see here. What would be the formula of third one? Just see. Amine bromido chloro nitrito platinate. Just see. Here already just see. How many ligand is there? Amine. Amine means NH3. Defining atom is N. Then bromido Br. B. Then chloro Cl. C. Then nitrito N. So NO2 here N. Okay. Ab just see here. Here defining atom just see NO2 NH3. So here both have got the same defining atom, then next symbol will be the deciding factor. So NH3 will come before this one, but first you have to arrange here B. So just write here platinum Pt. After Pt which will come first? Br. After B which will come? Cl. Then which will come? Just see here, NO2N, NH3N. So NH3 will come, NH3. Then who will come? NO2, bracket close. Now oxidation state is 2. Just see, oxidation state will be platinum, amino, bromido, chloro, nitrito and platinate second. Now check whether the total number of positive and negative charge is equal or not. I think it is not equal. Platinum is +2, bromine is -1, chlorine is -1, nitrito is -1. Then what is there? This is not correct. 3 here, minus is 3 but plus is 2. Then how can we balance it? Just see, we'll do that one also. Dear cadet, there is a one missing here. This is platinate ion. So here what would be there? Single negative charge. So now here just if you calculate this one, then total, now it is balanced now. It is balanced. Okay. Then platinum only will come 2 positive. Yes, it is correct now. Same way you can follow. As I put here plus charge, same way you can calculate this one X also. Just see, if you are having problem, you can do like that. Let us see, its oxidation state is X, plus -1, plus 1 minus 1. Now plus 0, plus 1, minus 1 equal to -1. Okay. So X minus 1 minus 1 minus 1, that is equal to -1. So X minus 3 equal to -1. So X equal to +2. So +2 is there. Okay. This is also over. Next one is amine chloro bis ethane 1,2-diamine. So it is very simple. You can do this one. Just see. Try to understand here. Amine chloro bis, cobalt, bracket close, first put cobalt. Then what is there? Amine and chloro. So which will come here? Defining atom chloro C is there. Here defining atom is N. So C will come. Cl. Then En, E. Then what is the next one? NH3. How many are there? Amine chloro bis. Bis means here hold twice. Now bracket close. Okay. Now check here. Everything is balanced? Not balanced. Cobalt third. So just see here. Cobalt oxidation state they have given here third. So here cobalt is 3 positive but chlorine is here -1 only. Then what should be there? You can very easily you can calculate. How? 3 positive charge -1 positive charge. Then here you put see this side if you will be positive charge, negative charge, 2 negative. Now check now. Check. Let us say its oxidation state is X plus -1, 0 plus 0 equal to -2. So X minus 1 equal to -2. So this will be +3. Here put 2 positive charge. 2 positive charge. Yes. Then it will be X. Yes. 2 positive charge. Then cobalt will be 3. Now just check here. Now equal to +2 here. Or you can write here. Suppose here Cl2 is there. So what you would have put here? You would have put here plus -2 equal to 0. Yes, now it would be +3. So I hope that you have got this one. Charge you can balance always. Now the last one is very simple. Potassium tetrahydroxyzincate. Potassium tetrahydroxyzincate. Remember, don't get confused. Anyhow, you have to bring here cobalt oxidation state 3. So just see here, it is 3 positive charge. Here this is -1 charge. So now 2 more negative charge should be there, na? Then only it will be equal. So what is there? When it would be 3 positive. If you put here, just see, 2 negative charge. So 3 positive, 3 negative charge. It is equal now. Correct? So don't get confused. Otherwise, there is one more issue. Just see. Let us say its oxidation number is X. So here X -1 0 0. Now here what should be? If 2 negative is there, then only X will be +3. Correct? In this way also you can calculate. The last one is potassium. So put here bracket potassium. So K here, K tetrahydroxyzincate, Zn, oxidation is tetrahydroxy. OH here what should be there? 4. So now zinc will be 2 here if 2 potassium is 2 here. Otherwise their number also you can calculate. Let us see total number of positive charge. Here 2 positive, here 4 minus. So now here 4 minus should be equal to 4 positive. So if here 2 positive is there, then only it will be there. So put here K2 over. So now it is also 2 positive only. In this way you can do this one. So now I have completely completed this one. Okay, only the calculation of charge you may have some problem. Rest everything is okay. Thank you.